Good morning, my dear students. Today I will take the topic that is fate map as well as the gas relation in case of rock. The one is called as fate map. The second one is called as the gas relation. What is a fate map? The fate map is nothing but a kind of blueprint, proposal of building, or we can say that it is a chart showing the future organ forming area, or it's showing different areas of an embryo. That is called fate map. They will ask questions. What is a fate map? I will repeat that one. Fate map is nothing but a kind of blueprint, proposal of building, or it is a chart showing the different area of an embryo. Different area. That means the final result, the end result of different areas of an embryo. That is our statement. We can say chart or blueprint, but it's showing the final result of different areas of an embryo. So how do they are studying regarding fate map? My dear student, they are using different technique for the study of different areas of an embryo. What are those? They are using vital dyes, carbon particles, and some radioactive elements. Okay? Now here it is only having what is called the general topic regarding the fate map of frog. Okay, now here in the blastula stage, showing the final result of the different areas of an embryo, or we can say that the change in cytoplasm regarding regeneration. There is a regeneration occur in the cytoplasm. For example, you take grey crescent. What do you call? Grey crescent. After fertilization, it shows the change in cytoplasm, what you call regeneration, formation of the grey crescent. I will tell you what is a grey crescent in gas relation of frog. Similarly, there is a formation of epidermal ectoderm, neuroectoderm, notochord, perichordal plate, etc. Okay, now this is called the fate map. Generally, 5 marks question with neat label diagram describe the fate map of frog. I am telling frog. Okay, you have to draw 2 diagrams. And this diagram is called dorsal side. This is called the ventral side. This is the ventral side. This is called the dorsal side. But you have to write animal pole, vegetal pole. AP means animal pole, VP means vegetal pole. Similarly, in this diagram also animal pole and ventral, vegetal pole. Okay, you have to draw 2 diagrams, dorsal side as well as the ventral side. Okay, now anyway, animal pole as well as the vegetal pole. The animal pole contains micromeres. That means in the blastula we can find 2 categories of blastomeres, micromeres and macromeres. The micromeres is present at the animal pole, whereas the macropore is present at the ventral or vegetal pole. animal pole and vegetal pole. Okay, now I will start from vegetal pole. It is easy to understand what are the areas present vegetal pole. Now here at the vegetal pole we can find a large cells with Euclidon. It is also called Euclidon cells or macromeres. Macromeres or Euclidon cells. And these Euclidon cells in future develop into endoderm, my dear friend. So, at the vegetal pole, there is an area that is called macromeres. During development stages or in future, these macromeres or Euclidon cells develop into endoderm. In front of the endoderm or macromeres, in front of the macromeres or endoderm, there is an area. That area is called notochordal area. This area is called notochordal area. See that ventral side. Dorsal side as well as the ventral side. But that area is very small at the ventral side compared to the dorsal side. Okay, in front of the endoderm there is an area called as notochord. Between the notochord and endoderm there is a small area. That area is called precaudal plate. But here on the ventral side they are present on one side. This is called the precaudal plate. This precaudal plate is nothing but the thickening of the endoderm. Thickening of the endoderm. Later it contributes for the formation of the oral cavity. Okay? Between the notochord and endoderm there is a small area. There is a dorsal side and ventral side present on one side. On one side, that's called precaudal plate. Okay, now either side, this is called the precaudal plate. On either side of the precaudal plate, this large band structure on the ventral side, that is called the mesoderm. That is called mesoderm. Okay, one is called the endoderm, that's a macromeres in develop into what is called the endoderm. The second one is called the notochord. Between the notochord and the endoderm there is a small area is called precaudal plate. On either side of the precaudal plate there is an area is called as the mesoderm. Okay. Now at the animal pole having which cells? Smaller cells. That is called the smaller cells. That is called micromeres. And these micromeres, my dear friend, these micromeres in future develop into ectoderm. What do you call? Ectoderm. The micromeres develop into ectoderm, macromeres develop into endoderm. The area is present adjacent to the mesoderm and the notochord on ventral side. The area, this is called area, this area is present adjacent to the mesoderm and notochord that develop into neuroectoderm. This is called the neuroectoderm, dorsal side. Okay? Adjacent to the mesoderm and notochord on ventral side, there is an area called as neuroectoderm. The area present Away from the neuroectoderm, these areas develop into epidermal ectoderm. What do you call epidermal ectoderm? Okay, this is, you have to write 5 to 6 points. That's all. What are the organs area developed into animal pore as well as the vegetal pore? So at the vegetal pore, having micromeres develop into what is called as the endoderm. Above the macromeres, there is a area is called notochord, develop into notochord. Between the notochord and the what is called endoderm, there is a small area is called what is called precaudal plate. On either side of the precaudal plate, there is a area is called mesoderm. At the animal pore, having micromeres, and these micromeres develop into what is called the ectoderm. The area present adjacent to the mesoderm and notochord develop into neuroectoderm. The area which is present away from the neuroectoderm, they develop into what is called as the epidermal ectoderm. That's all. This is called the fate map. Once again, what is the definition for the fate map? The fate map is nothing but a kind of chart showing the end result or final result of the different areas of an embryo. That is called fate map. So they are using different technique, vital dyes, carbon particles and radioactivity elements for the study of this area. Okay, that is the end of the fate map in case of frog. The next one is, I will start what you call the gastrulation in case of frog. What you call the gastrulation in case of frog. Okay, I will tell you what is the definition for the gastrulation. Gastrulation. Okay, what do you call gastrulation? Gastrulation is a process. It is a process in which a single cellular or blastula transform into gastrula. Conversion of blastula into gastrula. In some cases, that gastrula is made up of 2 germ layers. Whereas in case of the amphibians, it is made up of 3 germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Conversion of blastula into gastrula by process called as gastrulation. That is your definition. 2 more questions. What is a gastrulation? Transforming single layer structure, what you call the embryonic stage blastula, transform into 3-layered gastrula called as gastrulation. What do you call gastrulation? So you have to write whether it is a blastula, it is an embryonic stage. Gastrula is an embryonic stage. That is a common statement. Okay, that is the end of the what is called the gastrulation, the definition of the gastrulation. The next one, what are the process takes place in the gastrulation? Now here, my dear students, during gastrulation, the blastomeres moving from one place to another. I will repeat. The blastomeres are moving from one part to the another, from one place to another in a definite path. Definite path. And arranged themselves in the form of cell layers. In the form of cell layers. Okay? During gastrulation, the blastomeres are moving from one place to another in a specific path and arrange themselves in the form of what is called cell layers. such kind of specific path movement of blastomeres during gastrulation is called as morphogenetic movement. What do you call? Morphogenetic movement. 1 second, 2 marks questions. What is morphogenetic movement? You have to correct answer. Okay, now here during gastrulation, the blastomeres are moving from one place to another in a specific path and arrange themselves in the form of layer of cells. What you call cells layers. And such kind of specific path movement in the what is called the specific kind of movement of blastomeres during gastrulation is called as morphogenetic movement. Okay, it's a dynamic process, my dear friend. The morphogenetic is a kind of dynamic process. Okay. The next one is, what are these steps are there in morphogenetic movement? Generally, morphogenetic movement having two types. One is called as epibolic. The second one is called embolic. Epibolic and embolic. Sometimes in the textbook they are given epibolic, invagination, involution. Okay, epibolic, invagination, involution. So both invagination and involution comes under the embolic. That's all. What are these steps are there in morphogenetic movement? Having three steps. One is called epibolic. Second one is called invagination. Third one is called involution. And sometimes convergency, divergency. Generally they will ask 2 marks questions. Convergency and what you call the divergency. Okay, now here, epibole is meant for the formation of ectoderm. I will tell you afterwards. Epibole meant for the formation of ectoderm. Imagination is meant for the formation of what is called as blastopore. What do you call the blastopore? Involution is meant for the formation of the notochord as well as the mesoderm. I will tell you afterwards. Epibole meant for the formation of ectoderm. Imagination is meant for the formation of the blastopore. Involution is meant for the formation of what you call notochord as well as the mesoderm. Okay. Now here, before the gastrulation, the areas present outside means the outer surface of the embryo. Okay, for example, this is called as precaudal cells. The next one is called as notocaudal cells. The next one is called as neuroectoderm. And this one is called as ectoderm, epidermal ectoderm. Now here there is one more area, and this area is called as what you called as mesoderm. This is called as the mesoderm. Okay. Now here precaudal plate, it's a vertical section of the embryo. Precaudal plate, please label it. This one is followed by notocaudal area, followed by neuroectoderm, followed by what is called epidermal ectoderm, and this one is called the mesoderm.